Oh boy, that was a crazy Michigan race right there. I just got done watching the Firekeepers Casino 400, and let's just say the first two stages, or the first three stages, really didn't matter. And by three stages, I mean the competition caution, completely unnecessary. Um, the two stages, really, I mean, there was nothing really notable except for a little bit of fuel mileage in there. But yeah, so we might as well talk though about it. But first thing I kind of wanted to mention, while we're here, just wanted to mention the fact that um, Denny Hamlin on Twitter this morning before the race, or this afternoon before the race, at some point before the race, while a bunch of NASCAR people were talking about competition caution, whether it was necessary or not, Denny Hamlin actually implied that the main reason for having the competition caution was to avoid having, or was to avoid the ad break, was to allow them to have an ad break early in the race without missing racing. Yet, like 5 laps before the comp caution, they threw a ad break in there, which, I mean, I don't blame them entirely. But if you're gonna throw a caution, don't throw an ad break 5 laps before it or something like that. I mean, it might have been 10 laps before it, like right in the middle of the thing. But seriously, like, and then passing the leader, especially Joey Logano. Like, Joey Logano was on a roll all day today. Um, but in all honesty, you could not pass the leader, whoever it was. I mean, Kevin Harvick could not pass Austin Dillon for the stage win, no matter what he wanted. Um, but yeah, so but yeah, even though Kevin Harvick really wanted to pass him for that stage win, literally Harvick was incapable of getting around Austin Dillon, and it's not because Austin Dillon's a good some kind of great driver or was driving defensively. He was just riding around basically at the end of there, and Harvick just was unable to pass him. I'm just getting the leaderboard up here so I can talk about our top finishers. But yeah, I mean, you could not pass the leader. It seemed like anywhere else in the pack, as long as you had the slightest bit of momentum, you could make a pass, but not but yeah, not at the end of the, or not on the leader. Except for, well, at least until the restarts. Like, on the restarts, you could pass pretty much anyone as long as you had the momentum behind you. We actually went to 3 laps of overtime at the end due to a caution, thanks to Eric Jones, who seems to have the worst luck ever. I mean, the incident right at the end was really his fault, but I mean, he already had gotten a loose wheel from his team that basically stopped him from winning. But yeah. Also, Daniel Suarez is looking comfier over the playoff bubble as he finished fourth in this race. But yeah, so Logano won the race. Kurt Busch second. Great drive for Kurt Busch. MTJ finished third. I really wanted to see him win, but you can't always get what you want. He's already got 3 wins this season, so I'm not too upset over that one. And then we've got Daniel Suarez, as I mentioned, finished fourth. Kyle Busch finished fifth. Then you have Keselowski, Harvick, Newman, Blaney, and Bowman, your top 10. So, I mean, out of that top 10, I'd say Newman's the surprise there. But then 11th through 15th is kind of where I see a lot of the surprises. Hamlin, not really too surprised actually there. Hemrick, though, gets one of his best finishes of his short NASCAR career so far. Attaboy to him. Paul Menard somehow did something. Kyle Larson kind of struggled at a track that was, or he didn't really struggle. He just kind of fell back at the end on that final restart. Um, I think he might have taken 4 tires along with Harvick or something. But yeah, so he ended up 14th after all was said and done. And then Jimmy Johnson got the 15th spot. Kind of the one other, notable, um, or a couple of the notables below that top 15. Chris Buescher was in the top 10 most of the race, and then kind of faded on the final restart. Chase Elliott kind of just wasn't very relevant today, and was actually the worst of the Hendrick cars. Austin Dillon finished the lap down. Michael McDowell finished the lap down. Any others? Eric Jones did not finish after he spun, or and then David Ray and Clint Boyer were both out of the race. Clint Boyer had some choice words about the racing, by the way. I don't have a clip of it or anything ready, but he specifically said that the first two stages, it's all strategy. It's all just play the right strategy, and then the final stage, it's all luck. And he apparently didn't have any of it because he ended up finishing second to last in this race. So, um, I guess the one interesting thing about this race is Chastain wasn't in it because I don't know. Not really sure why he wasn't in it because he was in the Xfinity race yesterday, even though he was running for truck points technically now because he swapped points. Couple of the other races I wanted to recap. Before I got way too ahead of myself, we had Xfinity. Really, I didn't get to see any of the Xfinity race, so I don't really know what happened there. I might talk about it in a future episode if you guys want to. Let me know in the description or in the comment section. You guys can't edit the description, so yeah, feel free to let me know if you guys want to see me talk about the Xfinity series. But the truck race, Greg Biffle probably would have been one of my favorite drivers if he hadn't been retiring, as I was kind of getting back into NASCAR. Um, but yeah, Greg Biffle, old favorite of mine, came back to the Truck Series and won in his first time back. So hey, Kyle Busch, if we can get him like I think 6 or 7 more races, we could lock, or not even 6 or 7. I mean, even if we can just get him like 5 more races in the 51 truck before the playoffs, he could legitimately have a shot at the championship, kind of like Ross Chastain, except for Biffle has a win that would count towards getting him into the playoffs. Apparently, it's already too late for him to get in on the Iowa race, so he'll lose some points there. But he only needs to finish in the top 20 in truck points with that win to get him into the playoffs. So, and a lot of those teams are part-time teams anyway, so odds are they won't be showing up. But yeah, and then and then we had the ARCA race, which stirred up a bunch of controversy, which I don't know exactly why it was. Probably the fact that Haley Deegan won was the reason that everybody was complaining about it, or everybody was picking sides on it because um, Haley Deegan was running away with the ARCA race, or not ARCA, K&N West. Wow, yeah, it was K&N West. Haley Deegan was running away with the race win. Caution comes out, sends him into, I think it was a 2-lap shootout. Not sure if they technically call it overtime or not. I don't think so. So, um, but yeah, so they restarted 2 laps to go. Derek Knaus gets underneath her, just a little bit of kind of forces her up the track just a tad to get the lead on the second to last lap. Pretty fair for short track racing in Colorado. So they run around, and then coming into the final corner, coming to the white flag, I think it was, or it might have been coming to the checkered. Haley Dean gets her nose to the inside of Derek Knaus, and from what I've seen, it looks like Derek Knaus turned down into her, or like just turned down trying to block and didn't realize that Deegan's nose was there. Everybody says that, oh, Deegan came up and turned him. But just looking at the way that car reacted, I cannot imagine that he was moving down that track. He was trying to block there. So, I can't 100% say that it wasn't Deegan's fault, but it was Derek definitely just kind of an over an overly aggressive move, but it's the last lap of the race pretty much. So I don't blame either one. I mean, that's just racing, um, but it definitely, if you really have to blame one or the other, I think it was Derek Knaus coming down to block. I'm sure he would say otherwise, but I mean, hard to tell without a helmet cam to see which way he's turning his wheel. Um, to know if he's trying to turn down and block the inside or not. But Deegan got to the inside and won the race. So Deegan got her third K&M West win. So that's pretty good. She'll probably be in the Cup Series at some point, knowing the fact that she's doing well in the minor leagues, and um, hopefully she's even made comments about how she doesn't want to rush through the ranks, which is actually very contrary to what her manufacturer has done, because Toyota seems to have rushed a lot of drivers up potentially too quick. I mean, Daniel Suarez, I think he needed a few more years in Xfinity. Eric Jones probably needed an extra year or two in Xfinity. Um, what happened to being a two-time champion in Xfinity, or at least having a shot at two championships in Xfinity before coming to Cup Series? I mean, seriously. William Byron probably needed two more, but that wasn't a Toyota driver. Christopher Bell, it's hard to say where he should be at this point. I think he's going to be in a Cup ride, though, next year. Question is where, but I'll be covering that in another video. Just wanted to cover this one. Not feeling the greatest, but hopefully I'm going to have another video out for you guys soon. Also, with the fact that I'm out of school, I'm going to try and commit more towards making better content for you guys. So I'm going to try and, first off, keep uploading or 1 to 2 episodes of this every week on top of my race reviews, as well as doing some more vlogs like I did this past weekend. So if you guys didn't see it, it was I was at Richmond Karting Speedway over in Richmond, Maine. So watching some go-kart racing, and I filmed a bit of it. Feel free to go check that out. Might remember to put link in the description, probably won't. And then the full version of it's over on my Patreon, so just kind of the normal YouTube stuff. Like the video, subscribe so that you guys don't miss any episodes of Running with the Pack here on the channel. Patreon if you guys want to support the channel and help me kind of with getting out to some of these races, and also helping me to kind of make this my summer job until I head off to college, and even potentially past then, because I mean, I'd love to keep doing this for you guys full time, or as close to full time as I can while I'm going through college. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna try and though keep doing this stuff for you guys. So um, I keep trying to hit these these balls out of these videos out of the park for you guys. So hopefully you guys will support the videos. Feel free to share them around with your friends. And hey, you know what? Leave a comment. Tell me what you did like, what you didn't like, what you think I can do to improve. I'm gonna work on a few other. I've got a few things I want to work on. Like I still am working on getting my new computer set up so that with all my editing software, so I actually have to email all the video files off to my other computer so I can actually edit them. But yeah, so thank you guys all for watching, and you know what? This video is dragged on long enough. I don't need to keep you guys. Have a great rest of your week, and I'm hoping to have this out tonight. So yeah, it's gonna be a late Saturday night for you guys, or not Saturday night, Monday night for you guys if you guys are watching. But hey, summer's already here, so I don't really mind posting videos later at night.